Okay, so today we're just going to do a second session. In spite of doing a long session in the afternoon, we're going to see what we get on Scott McKinsey. Okay, we've seen a lot that came through in this read about Jeff Bezos, and now we will go to see what comes on the read. ITR is income tax return, also he's gone screwing around on it. The beast is 5.3.5. Tony Fernandez is about 5.10. So one is an augur, the other one is the beast. Now, so he has messed with, hopefully not my ITR, maybe my dad's ITR or Ratan Tata's ITR. He's also the ox. Some Earl, Jeff Bezos, Rohika Chagla, some people in the United Nations too. Remember on the ITR, we got the splitting of the ITR and messing around, rear door entry with income tax returns. I don't know what they're doing on the back of it. They're laundering money on dead people's names, is what I understood. Fixing people who are duplicates in those places. So let's say if it's the case of Ratan Tata, he died in 24, but maybe he didn't die in 24, he passed away much earlier in stealth mode. Then shapeshifters ran through his identity, resettled things their own way to suit themselves, then showed a public exiting years afterwards. Just like the Aadhaar card biometrics is first suggested in 2003, but the first one goes live in 2009, but it becomes mandatory only in 2016-17. It's a very long process, but that long process is enough to destroy lots of things in the background. Okay, now if we want to timestamp it, we'll timestamp it. So we're starting this at 18:15 in the evening, Indian Standard Time, 7th of August 2025, Thursday. It's not yet sundown. Okay, but in the process of going sundown. So anyway, once the sun is down, we'll show you the nighttime view. Now I'm not going to redo showing you the throw of the Scrabble pieces. I did it in the previous video, but you know what it is. It is it was SRL B mu CM some GON GON RTT IR RF JA. Okay, just to be sure. Anyway, EU B mu CM SRL GON RTT IR RF X was there, JA. Okay, so these are the same pieces. Now we're going to start with Scott McKinsey and see what the read has to say. You know, there is lots of late people. I was trying to look at who are the late people. Late means they have passed on, they're no more in the body. I'd like to see the word late. I've done it before, I'm going to try once again. Late. The word late, which means gone already. Scott McKinsey, late Jeff, Bezos, late RG, late somebody in the United Nations, late CM, late SM, somebody's brother also. Late NTR, some people in the ER, late Nirmala Sitaraman. They're playing their ETs a lot. They're shameless. The minute they kill people, they start playing ETs in my house of all their names. It's very disgusting. I don't know if Jeff Bezos has a brother. I'm not sure. All the noise in my home. All the noise in my home, I told you they keep playing the ETs of people who have passed away. So if you want the list of people they have played the ETs of as soon as they have died, Nirmala Sitaraman is one of them. Ritika is one of them. Most recently, they played Scott McKinsey's voice, though I don't recognize it, but a very deep foreign voice. They play Shambhav E's voice all the time, or Aarti's voice all the time, a deep voice. So that means Aarti may not, I don't know, she's either held underground or where, I'm not sure. Is Aarti's name here? No. Bug FC is primarily irritating me with the sounds all the bloody time. They're very irritating. Okay, they play the ET all the time. Bug bro, I don't know. UJ, late people who have already passed on, their ET from X, you bug FC's me, but who's the bro? And you're playing the ET of Nirmala Sitaraman, you have played the ET of Scott McKinsey, you have played the ET of Ritika soon after she passed away. You've been playing the ET of my cousin Nikhil Advani also, playing his sound in my house. These are all people who have recently passed away. As soon as they pass away, you play their ETs in my home. All these people have died stealth mode. That's the best part. Elon, no, it is Eon. I don't know if over here Tony Fernandez is late. Along with Rocky Fernandez. Or they had something with them becoming late. UJ, late Rocky Fernandez, Tony Fernandez, Nirmala Sitaraman, Bug CEO X. So I told you they have fixed some crap in my body, which talks also a lot of nonsense and records also a lot of nonsense. I don't know what they are looking for. You're barking up the wrong alley, uncle. I got nothing. Sitting and playing weird bloody bangle sounds out of my hands. I don't wear bangles. Either jingling bloody bangles. I don't wear bangles. One nice, filled with solitaires on each hand, if you can afford that. And no bloody cheap American stuff. The real stuff. Belgian solitaires. You can give that one on each hand. They don't make any noise. Nice solitaire in either ear and both ears. That's good. Otherwise I don't wear jewelry. But nice pendant, again solitaire material, फिर बात कर. नहीं तो बात करना ही नहीं है. Understand? Stop cheapening everything with your jingling bloody fucking glass bangles all the time on my body with no bangles on my hands. Stupidity and cheapness personified. Omega full constellation. मैं तो कुछ पहनते नहीं है. Anyway, what we need to see, this is Remo from Goa, the one who used to sing songs. Was he an NRI ever? Or is it that they got rid of some NRI? Maybe these people's death are on X. Rohika Chagla connected with the SC. I don't know. Maybe they may be doing work in SC. Sometimes she needs to do cases there, or her law firm does stuff there. Whoever this J is, she's an undergrad. There could be an NRI who is Om, who they've gotten rid of stealth mode. So most important is to see who all are late. Okay, if you see anybody over here, there's a rhino who is late. I think there's a tiger also who is late. They're all dead. So if you see anybody who is alive pretending to be, they're not who you're looking for. Then a finance minister also who is dead. These are all people who've been murdered stealth mode. Ideally, the name cat should be here, but I'm not seeing it. Aarti's name also I'm not seeing. I cannot say it because if I put J over here, well, I'm still alive. I'm not dead. But yes, Varsha says she's no more on the body. We have the word cat over here. Her name is file name cat, but I'm not putting it in there. RT would be ARTI. It is connected with this, but I'm not putting it over there because if I put my name adjoined to this, well, I'm alive. B late grin OC, which means once people die, somebody grins because they get the OC of those people. Using the ER's ET to grab OC of the dead people. Umesh is the son-in-law of SM. He's supposed to have been murdered in 2008. SM is supposed to be SM Krishna. OC is occupancy certificate. Who dared to grin that I have rented a property I have spent big money for, where you have put 80,000 against my name? Today you have insulted me. After I close this reading. So anyway, the fact is that you have murdered lots of people, stealth mode, and I'm going to use the word murder. You grin. It is only Cubs who was grinning, or that idiot called Shruti who asks Cubs, who's standing in as Kabir Gupta, would you like to rent my this purchased apartment when I want possession of my keys downstairs in the marketing department of Purvankara, Palm Beach? I have paid you all the bloody fucking demand drafts. You're asking somebody whether they would like to rent my property, and you've put 86,000 against my face. You dare to call me Bena? This is telling what heist you have done and how like a donkey you have been grinning at the concept of classifying me as somebody who's renting property when I've spent 96 lakhs to buy this bloody fucking property. You are cheap domestic help class. Nobody worth their salt would ever be so thrashy. This girl is Jay. She works, I think, I've been told she shapeshifts in Elon's camp also. Or he, God only knows. Now it is the OC of the ox. I am the ox. So standing in for SM and Umesh is Cubs. From Fern's residency, but he is not Kabir Gupta. Is Samir's name over here because Samir again gets joined there, so he cannot be gone. Can Kabir have gone? No. Can Cubs go? Can Cubs have been murdered? Alright, so Cubs who has stood in for late Mr. SM Krishna. Was grinning at converting my this property into a rental property. You went with me to register the property at Shivaji Nagar. It is you only from Fern's residency called Cubs for Kabir Gupta short. That Shruti asked whether you would like to rent out my property when I've gone to get the possession of the keys. Kabir Gupta was given 5 crores as his share. Akhil Gupta 5 crores, but we don't know now which version of Akhil Gupta, and Nitesh Gupta 5 crores. Rest of the assets kept with the parents. That was sometime 2004 or 5. They have no need to steal property or to grin at renting somebody else's property out. This itself is proof that you are not Kabir Gupta. Kabir Gupta would never ever do such a thing. None of us, because from infancy we are provided for from the day we are born. Our gold collection starts from the minute we are born. Our properties are bought when we are infants. Our equity also is bought when we are born. None of us would do such cheap activity. You have shapeshifted for late Mr. SM Krishna, and that's what was said, that SM Krishna is no more. Where is Kabir Gupta? Where is Kabir Gupta? Kabir Gupta's mother, Koshi Gupta, it is being said, was murdered in 1993. Akhil Gupta, 1995. You are supposed to be from America, talking good Tamil and good Telugu. I have purchased this property giving demand drafts worth 96 lakhs to the bloody builder. Varsha, no, the name is not Varsha. The name is JAYA.ADVANI, who is me. Benam is what you have typified me, misusing Bezos' SATA drive, Twitter, X, and maybe Tim Cook. With shapeshifters criminal in America, Russia and India, right into the parliament. Having gotten rid of how many people working in the military and in the police. All stealth mode exodus, removing white atmas for dirty, ugly black atmas like you. I don't know how he's connected with Rocky Fernandez, but this boy bought his apartment and his house at Fern's residency. Fern's for Fernandez? I'm not Benam. Fernandez was working in my home all the time, all the way till the time I was 13, 14, 15 years old. Even the office she was working as a secretary at Nariman Point, the first name on it is mine. Second name, JAYA.ADVANI, who's late, Rain, is her name over here. नाम है इंद्रा. Indu is short for Indra. That's why she was put down as Indu Devi. But she's actually Indra by birth. Name is JAYA.ADVANI. File name Cats. RT is Rajan Taylor. Rain connected with Ox is my sister. I am JAYA.ADVANI, name is Victory. Rain is Indra, otherwise Varsha.ADVANI, which means shower of rainfall or shower of whatever. So we are Varsha Jaya, Jaya Varsha. You have killed Varsha. Jaya is still alive. And Jaya is me, and I am not Bena. I was brought up, everything given to me, from which you stole. There are people who are late in the ER. I told you, good people in the ER have been stealth mode killed, and crappy people have been brought in their place. Don't take what I'm doing as a bloody joke, because really these things have happened. This read would not work out otherwise. I gave you the example of a medical student who did the probation, who did the internship, got her post, and was then murdered and replicated by what crap God alone knows, wearing the identity of stealth mode murdered Alisha Satangani. That way, many people have come and gone. Apollo Hospital has somebody who and women fancy goes and spends 5 months as a junior doctor there, shape shifting in and out of their facility, doing all the wrong things. Indra is supposed to be governance in the, or is what? Lord of opulence or governance. So Indra is that. So that kind of a reigning. She insists she's gone, she's no more. UJ late ER TFRF foreign ox Cubs SM. Maybe it has got to do with foreign exchange. That should be FX. Rajan Taylor. Connected with IT. Connected with Rajan Lekraj in some way, or someone shape-shifting for him. He's alive, but RNL must be dead. Though we cannot get it over here. UJ late ER Ritu SM 4 ox. I am the 4, or my father was the 4. Rahul Gandhi also late. Bin SMCM. UJ late ER Bin Ritu 4 ox CM SM RG. These are the people who have passed on. Ox is my father also. Could be Ratan Tata also. It's not me because I am still here. RG, I told you, I was told, was no more in the body along with his mother. His mother's name is SG. SRG. So this is coming back to that only. This is yet once again reconfirming the same thing. Sonia, Rajiv Gandhi, Rahul Gandhi, Cyrus Mistry, Rohika Chagla Mistry, SM Krishna, RCRG. The foe is the ox. Keep your friends close but your enemies closer. I told you that was told. I don't know if she knew anybody called Bittu. I knew a boy called Bittu when I was in Saldi's class. That was not Saldi, Mrs. Solomon's class at Pankaj Mahal. So Bittu used to live in the next building. He used to be Amit Lal's friend. Tinu, any Tinu, I have no idea. But anyway, Tinu, brick. Tinu, brick, foe, ox, SM, RG. Rocky, nut, bug, foe, Rocky, X through IR, UJ late ER. Use bugs and nuts on your foes. Then control through the IR system of remote control. Either you bugged and nutted Rocky too, who's your foe, or he and you work together. You did this to SM Krishna. And you did this to the ox, is what I understand. Because whatever's happening in my body, whatever you have done, where I talk about whatever crap you keep throwing around with voice, it's got to do with this system in some way. Mr. SM Krishna, I was told, is no more. A shapeshifter is alive. That's about it. Rosie, Rosie F is Fernandez. Maybe he did that to her too. I don't know. Something to do with the FX. Cyrus Mistry too and Rohika Chagla Mistry too. In here there is the gun and the trigger. Guntriger. There are two R's. Gun and trigger. Let's just see what that is. UJ late ER, which means this J is involved in killing people who are in the ER using trigger and gun connected with CM SM, and whoever was called out to be the fox or the ox. TFRF. I said it is Cubs I saw in the dream. He points the gun at me, wants to shoot me, and he changes his mind and he moves somewhere else in my deep state dream. Akhil Gupta, who's no more since 93, I see picks up a heavy stone to throw it on my back, and I wake up from the sleep. Kabir full-fledgedly, who's not Kabir, because Kabir would not ever do that. Somebody who has shapeshifted for him only could consider doing so, who's used to pulling the trigger. So it shows that he's pointing the gun at me, he's going to shoot, but then he changes his mind and walks away instead. That's what I saw in my deep state sleep. When it comes to my actual cousins, there's no question of it. Whole idea over here is to see who is it who is late, who has passed on. I don't know if this is talking about rigging the gun with connection to CM SM, or it is talking about that Kasab thing. I don't know if they killed somebody in the United Nations who was of a black descendant using IR and replacing him with somebody else. Remote control. You'll think he is still there, but he is no more. They would have placed somebody else in both places. People connected with the United Nations in some way. SM went on to become external minister also later on. UJ late nigger B nigger create rut and rift probably for SMCM connected with the ox. UJ late IR nigger B CM SM turf ox. I told you nobody from our own family would ever do anything to harm either within the family or then, let's say, the Indian citizens, simply because, well, we're only Indian citizens. This work will be done only by those who are from outside this country. That also shape-shifting rear door entry. I established it at the very beginning, but what I'm not able to understand is when you put a sit in place, when you people are studying things for 20 years, you have handed power to criminals to fool you in such a manner. How come you're not able to read through the situation? Why don't you talk to people face to face? UJ late burger, which means someone who ate a burger where Turf Club in Bombay, Mahalakshmi, because INR is to do with Bombay. Turf Club, my father used to go to Turf Club and meet up with Silver Point, his friend and business associate, Mr. Tahir Muchala. And they used to meet up once a month. I think they had all these men used to meet over there. So he has lated all these people, he has killed all these people. One by one, watching them move. Turf Club at 7, 8 in the evening is pretty isolated. When you come out and you need to go to the club, anything can happen. It's Wellington Club's Turf Club at Mahalakshmi Racecourse. Scum. Did they go to these places pretending to be many people that they were not? Pretending to be Mr. Kani-Advani, but Mr. Kani-Advani was murdered when? 87 itself. His sister was hammed in 87 is what you showed me. The lady under the bed. The cook running after her with a knife at the headboard. Outside the bed. At the footboard. Outside the footboard of the bed. In a huge bedroom. She is crouched under the bed at the headboard. 3 more people rush into the bedroom to catch that cook who was already crouched at the footboard outside of the bed and wants to kill her. But 3 people pounce on him, entering from the main door of a huge bedroom. So what did you do with that lady? Because that lady was legally married to Mr. Vijay Malia's father called Vithal Malia, and there was no foul play on the back of it. After harming her, what did you do in rotation in her place? Simultaneously in my home at 4 Jaswell, 9 New Marine Lines, first floor, Bombay 20, and I am not Benam. Because you are haram. You're being called a bloody scum over here. You are a scumbag. You have killed how many people? It is not killing people, it is called murder by stealth mode. In the most unrighteous manner ever. Varisha, if I can ask you a question over here. The word late means passed on. Is it an RIP, died, dead, already left the human body? Rocky Fernandez, Tony Fernandez are represented over here. Rosie their mother was represented. Rocky Fernandez has left his human body and gone. Rosie Fernandez's son is no more in the human body. Tony Fernandez is no more in the human body. Tony Fernandez is still alive in his human body, is still on earth in the human body. Rocky Fernandez is still in the human body. Agnello Fernandez is still in the human body. They have a sister, she's still in her human body. Am I the sister who's in the human body connected with the Fernandez family? Is Cubs my relative? Is he my twin brother? The one who was smiling, grinning about the OC and the rental? Is he my twin brother that you are talking about? My twin brother is a straightforward person, the way I am. I would never think of lying and scamming and stealing. And I definitely don't get happy with ugly energy. Getting happy at chipping and jipping other people. So is he a straightforward guy? Because I get a little worried. Straightforward? So all these people we saw over here, SM is late, McKinsey is late, Scott McKinsey is late, Mr. Bezos is late. It had something to do with Tahir Muchala and Silver Point meeting where Papa used to go. Was somebody going in his place scamming people at that point in time? SM Krishna is late. Mandya man, the CM, the first term in Karnataka, SM Krishna is late. RAIN stands for you, Indra, Indu. It's about you. Ox is Papa or Ratan Tata? Ratan Tata? Okay. They have gotten rid of some people in the ER and in the United Nations too. IR means they're killing people using remote control after using gun trigger has got to do with the keyboard in some way. So that is the bugging and the means putting bugs in people's bodies. And then using IR to burst it in the body. Moving devices in the body, either it can really work to help clear out a body or it can choke you also. All of that was represented in here, in this read so far. Have they plugged me with the same thing as yet? They plug many people. Is the jabbing something connected with it? Coronavirus vaccine has any connection to the bug gun and the IR connected to IT and AI? Is there any connection between it? Okay. Okay, I don't know what else to ask. Okay, have I started the Scott McKinsey read as yet? Okay, darling, I'll start the Scott McKinsey read now. I'll move from this topic to Scott McKinsey and whatever I get on it. Okay, I'm doing that now. So we're moving from this topic now to the Scott McKinsey part to see what we get, okay, on the topic. I don't know, is it McCann or is it McCann? McCann. Should be a Z I or S I E, but let's just take it as Mackenzie. Now I feel bad to say this, but now what to do? I don't know if there was somebody who was Chinese who was shape shifting for her, standing in for her at any point in time, not sure. Or somebody who was Oriental, not sure. Went for a burger with Agnolo Fernandez and Rocky Fernandez. There's an incident of that. That is after Texas Lee or X Now, I want to explain the situation over here. What did I say when I said that Mr. Bezos, Mr. Jeff Bezos, according to my read, I said Mr. Jeff Bezos in the pendulum was saying he left end 2013, something connected with University of Waikato 2012, then taken through London or UK somewhere, and then brought to my home for a few days. Then exited, not at my home, wherever in Panvel they exit people. End 2013 to end 2014, Scott McKenzie says that one of these guys or both of these guys shapeshifted pretending to be Bezos with her. And that was pretty toxic, that interaction. So what I said is she sounded pretty devastated and seemed pretty sad. But then this is confirming it. Is she born in the year of the ox? I don't know. I'll have to check. Jeff Bezos is born in the year of the dragon, so he's not here. Jeff Bezos, if he kept his karma straight and started simple, but then grew such a empire, keeping even 80% of it straightforward is pretty good. I'm pretty sure he kept at least 95% of it straightforward, at least 90% straightforward. So they become lit beings. In my reading, they are talking from the upper realms through the pendulum, saying both have exited. So that's lit realm of lit beings. Now I don't know what it is about the ER and asking them to do something. Was that again triggered by them? Yet, because I was told, is she English? I was told an SOS was sent. What was written is luring people, conning them to a position, footballing them on the back of lots of excuses on the back of the ox, making the ox the center point of all reasons why someone should go here, go somewhere. They built it from there. Then bringing the person and trapping them over there. They played this game for quite some time. JB being Jeff Bezos, married to Scott McKinsey. I don't know if that's a double T. Perhaps it is. So maybe the liar urged him to travel far away so as to lure him away from home and then stamp down on him. It was pre-planned. The uglier of the two. So it can read you uglier ER. Have been caught on X, probably luring Jeff Bezos and Scott McKinsey, connected something to English, England, UK, to a place far away. Or then you did something via the IR. Hopefully you've not gone screwing around with his children, because there's a junior here. I was doing the undergrad at University of Waikato. But then I was told we have to listen. The dean of the management school of University of Waikato says we have to listen to where the flow of the money comes from. The teacher who gives me an A for my paper dies in the semester break. He has a heart attack. Is it IR, by the way, which did that? My teacher, Caroline Costley, who's really good at what she does, when she's, doing the 2 units, the best part of the roundup of the diploma course in marketing, they make her wait for 20 minutes to set her computer straight. She has to make 3 calls to set her computer. That is when she has to finally teach me the final crux of the whole semester. For the report that has to be given in, she needs to, teach me how to just collate the information and give the final result. And that's like literally the crux of the matter for the entire semester. That takes her to, she has to make so many calls to get her computer fixed. Her computer only is not working. Parallelly to that, Jen, who's come from Canada, has given her computer, means her laptop, to repair. It has crashed on her. She has given it for repairs in the city. They haven't returned it to her, and it has taken abnormally long for her to get back her computer. So I don't know, there are too many red flags. Of course, there is this Richard Vary, who's a professor, doctor. He puts me in a group which is completely defunct, crashing my grades completely, that I can't do the PhD afterwards. He offers as grace marks, and I say no, simply because I've done an MBA before. That means what? You'll pin grace marks on all my education, where I have literally not gone for my cousin's wedding, and he's a very dear cousin of mine. His mother says, I'm sending you the tickets, you come for the wedding and then go back. I skip it because I struggle to do my education, but I earn my degree. How you can play with all these things? Cousin's wedding is when I'm where? In Australia. My passport has already disappeared. Now my cousin is getting married to S.M. Krishna's daughter here in Bangalore or in Goa. So my aunt says, you come, I'm sending you the ticket, the return, and the whole family is going to be together. So you come for 3 days, just come at least for this and then go back. But I didn't go. So either this is IR and ER, I don't know what it is. Of course, she was not there, so I don't know. Jen's name is over here. That's the girl, Canada girl, whose computer crashed on her and she had to wait a long time before she get it done. Is this to do with Facebook something? I don't know what this is, but there was some glee connected with the month of January. But I was told Scott McKinsey was removed end 2014. Her husband, Mr. Jeff Bezos, end 2013, Christmas time, both. So January, what I've noticed is starting Christmas every year, all the way to Labor Day, is when these guys knock off people and celebrate it. Their internal network knows about it. Labor Day is very important. Jesus' day of Christmas, New Year's, first of every new year, all the way to Labor Day. In India, it is Republic Day. Love to celebrate it in a cheap manner. Every cheap deed done, from whistling in the bathroom to buzzing in the bathroom and playing the Indian national anthem. Our Indian Army is that cheap? No. People who wear your uniform should hear what I'm saying. You must hear it. I've told these people, don't ever play the Indian national anthem, because I didn't grow up in India where you do such shitty deeds and then hoist the flag or sing the national anthem. When we sing the national anthem in school every day, Monday to Friday, from pre-KG to the 10th standard, that's 12 years of school, Monday to Friday. Then any kind of inter-school event, any kind of sports event, any kind of, other than the assembly, any other march past event, we do so. At least in the assembly, there's like a list of things we do, right? Announcement for the day, directions for the day, that prayer session, and finally it ends with the national anthem of India. Now, cheapening it in this manner is really cheapening it. It's not the India I grew up in. I'm 52 years old. The cheap India is not India that I am part of. But if your Yuva is the excuse for cheapening India, I don't want to be a part of it. Alright? If you think your Yuva is a good excuse for whistling while a woman is showering in the bathroom, bathing in the bathroom, passing cheap comments and playing a bloody national Indian anthem, if you think that glorifies this country, I don't know what to say. अच्छे दिन बड़े अच्छे आ गए हैं. ये तुम हमको एक पायलट प्रोजेक्ट बना के करो, तुम्हारे पोतियां के साथ कहीं ज्यादा वर्स होगा. Don't ever forget it. You Scott McKinsey late January ERRGRFFBX. Yes, there is July 2. And July or Julie? ET, connected with RG in some way. RF Facebook on X. ETER. EU Mackenzie Scott or Scott McKinsey, Julie Ann X, ETER RG RF, FBRG is Rahul Gandhi. Something to do with Facebook. This is going back in the past, probably 2012, 13, 14. The glee of her exit is January. Her exit is around Christmas, she says, 2014. So it is for everybody who has exited out of the body. Rohika Chagla Mistry said they are poverty ridden people. 2020 people, shape-shifting timeshare, 100 people brought into one dead personality to experience the lifestyle. The one who exits out of the body from a good background, having earned it properly themselves, never has it easy when they exit out of the body. Garib means impoverished, which again is saying the same thing that Rohika Chagla Mistry said about the 20 shapeshifters. Shapeshifting for her. Maybe this information was put out on X and that is why this guy's gone buying Twitter. Because that's got all the information. People working over there or lawyers like the Indian girl, vis-a-vis Parag Agarwal. I don't know whether they had access to the content, if they were seeing what all was being uploaded. Was it separately being uploaded to the SATA drive? That whole buyout process, then was that lawyer brought to India and done away with? Because they lure people to different locations and then kill them, slaughter them, stealth mode. Some replica who's desperate to have a shelter and a meal in place, does not care, will go back in her place. Did that happen? What happened? X is Twitter. Garib is poverty. You're from India, you know Hindi, right? Garib is Garib, it's poverty written. So actually it is Scott McKinsey, my pendulum says, is no more. So either it is TFRF, TF in Texas for Elon, along with a girl called Julie from an impoverished background running the scam. Whether it is ETs connected with Texas, whether it is X, whether it is TFRF who are brothers, maybe, maybe not. They go together, Jeff Bezos and Scott McKinsey. Along with RG, using Neura, I have a feeling these guys have gone and put up stuff. Maybe using ETs. Connected with this guy in Texas. UET, Scott McKinsey, Jeff Bezos, RG probably, Lai Neura, R TF from Texas. You have promised India you'll make a $1 trillion economy on the back of what bloodbath? I am ethical, I am moralistic, I am also qualified, and in some places they tell me you're overqualified. Why was I not able to get a decent job? Is it because your qualification required for getting a job is you have to be highly hungry, unrighteous, willing to do anything, shut your eyes for anything that is wrong? I've been told in 1998 you're too bloody righteous. From Ritu, who says keep your friends close but your enemies closer. That was mentioned in this read. Kailash Shanti would never do that. Mr. Kani Advani and Kailash Advani or Kailash Ingorani, or then the real Mrs. Ritu Malia, who you keep calling Pauline. Are you shameless, you shit, or what are you? You crappy Carmeline's grandson. And Carmeline is the maid at my home. For my grandmother, before even my birth happens. Rosie is working at my home before I am born. To her boss, for whom she's a secretary. How shameless can you be? How shameless can you be? Ask me, I know what the Advanis are like. They are not bloody thrashy slum dwellers. This guy is no more. You want to check? Let's just check it on the pendulum. He's from the celebrated Gandhi family. You want to see? SRG is who? His mother, Sonia Rajiv Gandhi. You'll agree Rajiv Gandhi is his father. He is in your face gone. His son is Rahul Gandhi. His wife is Sonia Rajiv Gandhi. Hello kitten, are you here? Can I speak to file name cat because she knows how to move the pendulum? Hi Dolly, can you please move the pendulum so I can answer? You can answer properly. I want to ask you one question. Mr. Rahul Gandhi, grandson of Indira Gandhi, son of Sonia Gandhi and Rajiv Gandhi, is he in his human body today on earth? Is Sonia Rajiv Gandhi in her human body today on earth? Is Tony Fernandez in his human body on earth? Is Rocky Fernandez still in his human body on earth? Is Agnello Fernandez still in his human body on earth? Is Indira Gandhi still in her human body on earth? Is Rahul Gandhi still in his human body on earth? The grandson of Indira Gandhi. Sonia Rajiv Gandhi, wife of Rajiv Gandhi, is still in her human body on earth? Is Scott McKinsey still in her human body on earth? Mr. Jeff Bezos, is he still in his human body on earth? Not the shape-shifting Mr. Jeff Bezos, but Cadabra and Amazon.com founder, married to Scott McKinsey. Is he in his human body on earth? Am I in my human body on earth? When they're playing people's voices via the fan at my home, is it all dead people's ETs once they die? They start playing those reels in my home? Is that what they're doing? Are they stupid or are they stupid? Are they literally, obsoletely stupid, stupid, stupid? Other than being a bloody parasitical nuisance factor, those fucks are nothing. Really crappy shit. Most uneducated, bloody fucking obnoxious crap. The most uneducated, obnoxious crap. You illiterate. If a कामवाली बाई is in a video and he say, "Hey कामवाली बाई, आके इधर झाड़ू पोछा करो," वीडियो चल रहा है, लेकिन मालकिन वीडियो देख रही है या कुछ और कर रहा है, तो वीडियो तो चल रहा है ना, उसका मतलब नहीं है कि मालकिन कुछ कर रही है. तो बेवकूफ़ जो 40s 20s में चलता रहता था मिक्स टेप के ऊपर, तुम प्लास्टिक का ऊपर लगा के क्या क्या किया है? तुम कौन से अनपढ़ गवार जगह से तुम आया है? तुम कहाँ से उठाया गया है? मस्ट बी दोस खंडर्स in the middle of somewhere where not even a twig comes from the ground, uneducated. $1910 1920 के अंदर इससे बेटर टेक्नोलॉजी था धरती पे. जो तुम कर रहा है इट स्टुपिडिटी. So running the ruination of EU, the evidence is on X in some way, or it is connected with buying Twitter, hiding out at Texas, connected with Tony Fernandez in some way, Rocky Fernandez in some way. These guys have spread themselves in different countries, the four siblings. Then from Regina Pacis, there are about 75 shapeshifters who they have hired. Then the Chutta Kamwali Bai, who has worked in Parsaram, Nirmala, Mirchandani's home. Before even Chitru auntie got married to my father's brother Ramesh Advani. Then she came to work in my home. They're all involved in all of this, whatever you are getting about the ruination, the lying, the scamming, the conning, the murder, the grabbing. They're a syndicate. The prime workers amongst them, including one being an ogre, the other one being a beast. The beast has come to my home, pretending to be a woman, cleaned at my home. At some point in time, the boy in the girl got a little aggressive, showed me the knife. You could make out, the girl is, for whatever reason, getting irked doing the work at my home. That was the boy. That was a boy. The boy is not more than 5'3" in height. Looks just like the girl. Except can do a lot of hard work around the house, which a dexterous boy can do. These doors that have been broken into on the 18th floor, above ground level, don't know how many basement floors there are underneath, lower than the 18th floor. Was done how? Rat climbing up the bloody pipes in the form of human beings, light on the feet, 5'3" in height, breaking the bathroom window, breaking the door lock, able to open locks, even if a lock is able to open locks. Who trained you? Who trained you? I got 4 or 5 locks broken in this house. Trained by whom? Trained by whom? So the Brexit also is showing itself over here as Brexit mentioned over here. Brexit. No person who knows what governance is, statesmanship is, will contribute to the destroying of any other country ever. Only a shapeshifter Like just now, the person was reprimanded saying the donkey business that you're throwing weight around is something America could do in the 1920s on mixtape. All you've done is moved it from the film of the mixtape onto some bloody fucking plastic, taken a bloody screw, that's a fucking mic, then bugged people in their body with some receiver transmitter connected to the fucking IP using telephony. What's so great about you? You must be from a place which is not well exposed, places where not even twigs grow from the ground. So you think you are too smart? You believe you are set into place the next 40 years on the 400 years on the back of what kind of crap? This can be removed in 1 day's time. Just pulling some fucking wires, that's it. The biggest challenge for everybody is knowing who the culprit is. That's all. Once you know what the culprit and who the culprit is, what the weapon is, why you can't stop it? Why you can't stop it? USRG, Scott McKinsey, JBET, +1 Rani from Europe, IR them, TF Wiley was at Florida. Doing what at Florida? So maybe he has bought this because from there he can trigger off the IR on the keyboard. I don't know. That SATA drive is very important. I think even Bezos's company, the SATA drive is very important. Or whatever their hard drive for storing information is very important. Because I think that has been weaponized for the Third World War. And it is a biotech war. The founders themselves, I doubt, would ever do that. I don't think they built their companies and their e-commerce firms or then, medical assistive firms like Neura for harming humanity. They built it with a very different agenda. You had Ranu who sang, you picked her up from the streets of Bombay as a beggar. My cousin's name is Umesh, not Umesh, but we never get my cousin's name properly spelt. The real Mr. Umesh Ingurani, I was told during when S.M. Krishna was the governor in Bombay in May 2008, I think. Or maybe he was not the governor, I don't know what it is. But In May 2008, he was pulled off the grid, taken to Panvel, but done away in October November, 1 month before that blast happened. October 2008 in Panvel. The real Umesh Hingorani is what I was told. This is to the Middle East, Lira. We understand Scott is Mackenzie Scott, but Umesh also is over here. SRG, RG, JB. RIL. Anu, my mom. My mom is not late as yet, simply because for late I didn't get. My mom is still around, but she doesn't look like my mom. She's somewhere far away. That's what I was told umpteen number of times. Something to do with FX. She's supposed to be hanging around Agnello Fernandez, who is shapeshifting as Mr. Kiran Merchant in South America, is what I was told. She doesn't know better. He harassed her on the 12th of July this year, which was her birthday. So any old lady who got harassed anywhere in South America is Anu, my mom, who doesn't know Kiran, who is primarily Agnello Fernandez, who has taken Ashish Bhatia's some genome genes or what he has taken of him and calibrated himself for the Vaishnav Bhatia. But he is nothing like a Vaishnav Bhatia. She doesn't know he is not Kiran Merchant, the real one. But anyway, she got harassed on her birthday this year, is what I was told. So this is the whole thing here. Come here. So let's explain this to you. Who are the three brothers or the sons of Rosie Fernandez, whose boss's wife is actually Anu Sadrangani, who went on to become ex-Mrs. Anita Advani? Who are Rosie Fernandez's children? One is Rocky Fernandez, the other one is Augur Tony Fernandez, and third one is Agnello Fernandez, plus one sister. Agnello Fernandez, I was told, CRISPR'd himself, shapeshifted from sometime 2000 onwards as Mr. Kiran Merchant or Kiran Narottam Das Merchant. Kiran Narottam Das Merchant died in 2009 underground, under custody, without any of us knowing about it. Shape-shifting in his place was Agnello Fernandez at some point in time. She has gone away abroad. She has come. Did she come, or did somebody connected with the shape-shifting come into my home 2016 and ask me to sign Bank of Maharashtra nomination that I want to get out of it? And I say, why do you want to do that? You get 100 rupees dividend over there. That's like chillar. It was sentiment that you have put me on that name, as a nominee for an account. My father had already bought all the property, whatever he needed to do for us. That was literally like dimes. So, but I said anyway. She says, no, uncle was shouting at me the whole way through the drive from Lonavala to Bombay. He was screaming at me. But that is toxicity, that the Fernandez goes anywhere. He always fucks around wherever he goes. He's ugly as hell. Now after that, has he taken her away, CRISPR'd her? What has he done? God only knows. But she, I'm told, does not look like my mom anymore. And she's hanging around him. He has shapeshifted. He has taken the genealogies of the Bhatiyas. But he is Agnello Fernandez. And how do you know who she is? Because on the 12th of July this year, which is her birthday, he has harassed her. She was harassed for her ill health. But he has done it through the IR. Maybe there's someone from China, Chinese shape-shifting at RIL. Or maybe they did so in the past. So ill, I'm told she was very, through IR she was very, very unwell. And they did it purposely on the 12th of July, which is her birthday. Because they know who they have CRISPR'd as whom. It is we who are grappling with, why is today my dad like this? Why was he like that yesterday? Why is he like that tomorrow? We don't belong in the military to sit and do all this. We don't know all of this. Our families have got fucked over on the back of the shit, stolen from blindly in blind daylight, and disreputed for no rhyme of reason. Maybe amongst Rocky Fernandez, Tony Fernandez, Agnello Fernandez, connected with Tony Fernandez, and then the beast, who can go up from 5'3.5" in height all the way to 5'7". So he can shapeshift for Mukesh Ambani, he's 5'7". RG is 5'7". Scott McKenzie must be 5'7". JB is 5'7". Maybe Scott McKenzie is not 5'7", little below 5'7", 5'4". 5'3" to 5'4" can happen. Anu is 5'3". Ruining name everywhere, ruining assets everywhere, criminal activity everywhere, raping other men's women and wives, while shape-shifting in and out at whim and fancy, in and out of marital bedrooms. Grimes could be Grimes and Scott, E.T., JB. I mean, she's also gone. She's also no more. If we get late as late, LATE, moving all this out, if Grimes is late, then she's late. We didn't see that. Would have been at the time when she's produced her child, in and around that time. This is why he removed Parag Agarwal without paying, and also that lawyer. Would you like to see dumb fucks at it? Let's show you the dumb fucks at it. They're bursting those fucking crackers down over there. So the idiot says Jaya ER Kamwali. Now he's bursting those fucking crackers over there. This is how idiotic idiocy in India gets. Run by which idiot? Fuck knows. Have a good look at how educated this country is. When a girl is having a shower, they whistle and talk in the bathroom, passing cheap comments, and they call this place spiritual. You will be begging for dimes in the future, that's for sure. तुमको उतना भी नहीं मिलेगा आगे जाके. तुम लोग नर्क जा रहे हो, that's it. Make sure you understand what a human soul is telling you. आत्मा से तुमको बता रहे हैं. As long as you understood what these fucks do. Conversation happens where donkey talks from that fan. Play stupid sounds from whatever bugs fitted into the body. Transmitter and receiver. Crappy shit. And then that idiot on the back of some crap spoken in the house sits and bursts crackers the way it is being burst over there. And the idiot thinks he is insulting me. He doesn't understand he's an insult. Frankly, intellectually defunct. With the kind of crap, the crappy way in which he behaves. Cheap as bloody hell. Cheapening an entire country like you're the most uneducated ever. Literally. This must be the beast and the ogre giving instructions from far away to do that kind of shit. So maybe Tony Fernandez, Rocky Fernandez. That is domestic help of my home. File name Cat, the first original Cat's grandmother's domestic help byproducts. So late Grimes, Jeff Bezos, somebody from EU, the OC connected with their properties, Tony Fernandez, the augur for Elon Musk, connected with Grimes. She didn't know. The one running with her children or with baby X is nobody but Tony Fernandez and not Elon. Elon, if you go to look at his 5 children, had no time in the day for his 5 children with Justine. That was Elon Musk. Tony Fernandez likes to hold arm twist, blackmail. It is his group who shapeshifts into marital homes. Shapeshifting. The beast is his partner in crime, the short guy. All born in abject poverty. When they have grown on the back of lots of criminal activity maybe, or criminal network. When they need to exercise any kind of, establish any kind of, let's just say they want to establish themselves, they need to arm twist. Baby X being removed from Grimes was primarily to arm twist her, lure her probably in some way, and then screw around with her earned assets. She must be having her own assets worth a certain amount. Now, if it was Elon Musk, he couldn't give a rat's ass. But when you come from 3rd generation of slums, from Bandra East, and you're the bottom of the pyramid, then you got lots of mouths to feed, not only in Bandra East slums or Bombay slums, but your entire criminal network. Whether it is in Africa, whether it is South America, whether it is Europe, whoever you have recruited, you got to feed all of them or they will come and cut you and kill you. You better keep them happy. It takes a lot of money. बहुत पैसा लगता है. Also, he could have screwed around with my occupancy certificate of this apartment, or did you fuck around when it came to the sale of number 4 Jashville? You are an ex-employee's byproduct. 2 employees of my home. Rocky Fernandez, the mother that talked about her, Rocky Fernandez called Rosie Fernandez, secretary. After my mother has left, she has mentioned Rocky Fernandez first time or before that also. About Rocky Fernandez's sister being left in that shanty and Rocky Fernandez taking care of her. Rocky Fernandez being a few years younger than me, the other 2 brothers little younger than them, a very, very toxic mother-in-law and a very, very toxic husband who's forever found drunk in the drains and the ditches along the shanty locality. Right? Constant fights which happen in the house. So then you turn out that way. And when you are doing whatever you are doing, you've shaken hands with all the criminals. And you are also deeply ingrained and steeped in crime and connected with all the slum dwellers around the world. You bloody well start stealing for everybody or they're going to kill you. It's the lot of crabs at the bottom of the pyramid. That's what it is. They don't allow anybody to get out. So Grimes is nothing but Claire Boucher. Is her name over here? I think this guy has fucked around with all these people. The woman from GT Hospital, born at GT Hospital but not a bad person, SM Krishna, whatever he's worth, Claire Boucher, J, who is, I don't know, she's supposed to be Kitankin of SL. This guy has screwed around with everybody. This lot. Maybe he has run them also. How do you run somebody? By taking away their kids. Pretending to be the original, but is, well, Tony Fernandez from the slums. Screwed around with United Nations too. Claire Boucher joined Tony Fernandez, ER, United Nations, SM, GT, Onyx. Maybe they have also aired all of this. Whenever they have messed around with people. Maybe these idiots air my home, like as I showed you, these fucks were sitting and bursting crackers, talking shit at my home. This is a live recording. I would ask government of Karnataka, along with the Indian military, along with so-called government of India, you support all these activities. Why? They're doing this on your directions. वो तो तू कर रहा है दिल्ली से, तो आत्मिकली वही है. तुमको बस बॉडी से निकलना है, उसके बाद तो कभी वापस नहीं आने वाला है. बहुत सारे कल्पा के लिए. And every kalpa is for you guys. Okay, so Claire Boucher, Tony Fernandez, SM, TX, JA Air, Gun, ER. Now this has gone to Claire Boucher. You have cheapened this nation. Thank God I didn't grow up in a sick India. Otherwise, I in no lifetime will ever be born in this land. You have lots of hypocrisy, no go. You bigots, hypocritical to the hilt. That's what you have become. You have cheapened this nation, frankly telling you. You can keep the hell up your arse. I don't have time for the bullshit. It smells as much as you do. At an atmic level, it's better up in that shit up your arse, not aired in the air, infecting everything, cheapening everything if can properly be established. Thank God I did not grow up in a sickened, toxic, ugly India. Okay, if I'm born on 19th of June, then that makes me the sun. I am the Gemini. 5 planets in Gemini. This chap must be fucking around using Texas's resources, Tesla resources, X resources for free, the way they do it all the time. The toxicity comes from this shit. Point is, why does the Indian government support that crap? I just showed you one example of those live crackers bursting and the crap being spoken at my home. It just happens that I'm doing a reading, so I've recorded it all. You call that crap Yuva? Yuva is all over the world. Let the South African Yuva come and eat you up alive. You'll be sitting with a begging bowl. They'll be running the show. You'll be working for free. You bloody fuck of shit. There's no such thing as Yuva. Either you fucking do the work, keep it righteous, earn your money, and don't be a bloody fuck or fuck shit. वैसे तो हर कोई तुम पे थूकेगा. So don't give that crap of Yuva. That's what illiterate asses who want to break things up do, making it an excuse for all the shitty activity, toxic, crappy shit, which does not bring prosperity to anybody. Fuck the Yuva. Before Yuva, you're a fucking infant. एक दिन तू एक बुढ़ा भी बनेगा. The fuck the Yuva. Okay, so anyway, Claire Boucher, Nutties has gone there to work for Claire Boucher, or you murdered her and now you're shape-shifting for her. What do you really look like without any crisping, re-crisping? Are you dark and hairy? Nutties. Connected with Rocky Fernandez and Tony Fernandez, their mother is, as if we have to think of her color, it's kind of, I would say, equivalent to the brown of my furniture. Tony Fernandez is also something of that sort, little lighter but more or less that. That's his original form. You nutties are their sister. Who are you? You have spoken about South Africa. Before I have left for New Zealand and mango. But mango is the term used by Rosie Fernandez when I'm 10 years old for breasts shown in a blue movie. So you have discussed mango as well as some South African movement. What's the hidden agenda? Keep your Yuva up your arse. That's all bullshit. You got an agenda completely different from all the mouthfucking you have done. You lure, con, scam people. Once good-natured people who want to help out think you have generally in distress are brought to a point where you can get rid of them, you do so and grab the assets. And you grin and smile like a donkey, thinking you grab somebody else's assets, chuna laga ke. Only dumb fucks do that. Yeah, that's your bloody nutties for you. Packet of nutties. These people have had a field day screwing the Advanis and lots of other people over, just taking advantage of good natured, righteous people in their respective fields. So Rohika Chagla Mistry, Chagla law firm will feel very, very angry because her grandfather has contributed to a Jawaharlal Nehru government. There is a particular goal that she feels her grandfather worked towards. These guys understand what her mindset is. They also know how they can weaponize her. So they will lure her accordingly. Same with a separate issue with a Jeff Bezos or a McKinsey. Same thing with people in the ER and the United Nations. What you were told of my observation of somebody who shapeshifted in 2002 in what was a sham of a marriage. There were 11 shapeshifters in one marriage in those 5 months, discussed in the Supreme Court, courts of India and the Parliament. They called it that shit love jihad. The way they're talking about it as yuva, for all this crap that is happening. That's all hogwash, literally pig crap. The country, frankly, is devastated on the back of theoretics, lies, fibbing, scamming, conning. Love jihad is an Islamic term. This guy is Fernandez from the slums of Bandra East, looking like South African, looking like African, like Murmu. So you are desperate crap of a pig just to grab whatever you can, grinning and smiling like a donkey every time you thieve, fooling righteous, good-hearted people, luring them, conning them, getting rid of them and grabbing their assets. Nothing great about you. There is no $1 trillion economy. There will be devastation of the highest order which you will have to live. And for the longest time to come, it's your earning. Okay, so this is that on most unexpected. Claire Boucher. Didn't really see that before. Sucks nuts. Okay, maybe that's on X. Maybe there is JG and EM. Tony Fernandez shapeshifting for EM. That must be on X. You shapeshift in a marriage. You're an ugly bastard. Can't even do stuff on your own. Claire thinks she's with EM. I was married to Sanjeev Rajan Lekhraj, who died when? 1995. You're going to pin that crap on me. The card was printed as Sanjeev Rajan Lekhraj, son of Rajan Naren Lekhraj, grandson of Rajan Naren Lekhraj's father Naren Lekhraj, late Mr. Naren Lekhraj, Uri Lekhraj. The girl getting married is JAYA.ADVANI, granddaughter of Hukumat Rai Gurmukdas Advani, daughter of Anita Merchant and Kani Advani. That was the printed card for the marriage that happened. Where does this fuck come in from? You tell me. How did stuff go up on X? Whether it is her or it is me or it is JG, whoever it is. What the fuck were you doing? This kind of crap when you're watching Blue movie, going mango for the breasts of a woman in that Blue movie. Only that kind of a cheapster can do such a thing and her byproducts. Nobody else. Worse still, if the fucking cheapster has gone, put them into the army, the navy, the police, the defense, shitletry, ticklitry, making it that, cheapening India, then what more is to be said? How you can pin it on the people who are innocent? I am only named over here, she's only named over here. These people have gone shape-shifting into the beds of so many married women. What are you going to do about all of that? The who's who. This only proves what I am telling you, that I am not making stories. These things have happened. What you can do as an answer to sort it? That's the question. Have crackers bursting with shit being spoken in my house, my apartment? To spend money is bloody erroneous. To have a shower in my bathroom is a bloody pain. What is it? Bharat Mata ki Jai. Salute now, play that bloody anthem and raise the bloody flag. You're going to hell. You got the curse of the who's who. The business class earns the money so you can have a government and everything under the government. You eat out of the business class. That business class is not going to give you a penny in the future. Sirf Lakshmi tumse chipak ke rahegi. Whatever you have done in this lifetime is a culmination of the crappy Atma you have been through many yugas. This one place was staged to net you now for eternity. And for eternity you shall live in Nark and Patal. Till you don't pay your debts off, you are going nowhere. Make sure you understand this video very clearly. Did you understand? Don't care who the fuck you are. You are cheap, ugly, sick, toxic. Let's again say the ugliest. Alright? The ugliest. Please air this in front of Shankaracharya and let him sing bhajans and sing stotras. Call Devi and air this. Okay, so don't know how he has stunned Texas or stunted Texas. He's very good at it. As I said, he's got a special Midas touch. Whatever he touches, gold, platinum will turn worse than dust. Not even a twig will grow there. You made a marriage a whorehouse. Let's just put it down that way. तुम दलाल है, रंडी घर का दलाल, और कुछ नहीं. You dare to talk Operation Sindoor? You spit-worthy. Crappy as shit. 100% who is shape-shifting over there is this chap. Brother of this chap. नहीं तो ऐसे cheapness कोई नहीं करता है. Hey! Avas calm, gutter. Avas calm. And listen, when you bloody want to speak, speak like a bloody man. Not bloody hidden rat shit. And the bacteria in it. Don't have time for dogs. And the crap that comes out of it. And the bacteria in it. You got no say in my life. Garbage that you are, the way you have played it. Thrashy like a true slum dwelling, third generation slum dweller. Chal, be gone. Garbage, come on, go. Stink. You stink the world up. The day you people are thrashed into narc. The realms in the higher realms, lit realms will throw a party, they will rejoice. This energy of this earth that you have literally stunk up will then become a fragrance place. This is crappy people. America, if you've been dealing with these people, do so at your own risk. That's all I will say. क्या है, तुम क्या बात किया? नौकर का बेटा और पोता तुम है, मेरा घर का. You are a maid servant's grandson of my grandmother. You are a secretary in a home office's son of my father. नौकर तुम है, नौकर पक्का तुम ही है. और तुम इतना घटिया आत्मा है, इतना घटिया आत्मा कि तुमने इतना घटियापन के साथ, इतना घटियापन के साथ कितने लोगों को तुमने गिराया है झूठ के बल पे. How many people did you lure playing on their goodness with your fucking ugly lies, conning them? You have not even spared the Shankaracharya, because if Narendra Damodar Das Modi was sidelined, then who went involved all the seers so that NDA can win in the filthiest way possible, and that filth is not on the streets, it's in every home. The journalists called it out to being the filthiest political fight ever, starting 2009 onwards, till the time, and it hasn't ended. You just destroyed everything. These are the greatest lure. They just lure people based on what they know that somebody is going to buy, bring them to a place, football them, and then get rid of them and grab the assets. Always going for the fucking OCs. I have just aired what they're all about. J RCM Layer 1, UBSG Texas RFTF. Apparently he layered RC and CM. No, I cannot put late because I am not late. I am still alive. It is RCM who is being told is no more. These people are no more. I was told these guys sell information to China. That network, including Rajkumar, sells information. Him and the community he is connected with have given a lot of information to China. Ron is connected with Elon Musk in some way. He's connected with the financials. Is he Ron Barron? Is Ron Barron's name here? RONBARON. Don't know if there's any guy called Gus. Just because these IB somebody is dead, it doesn't mean information wasn't passed on, damage not done. Then that guy realizes that there's something wrong. Maybe it is a double agent, triple agent, somebody you can't trust, or that agent from China knows too much, so he's gotten rid of. It doesn't mean the damage was not done. The reason for him being late is questionable. JG on Z's bus along with TFRF, Laird, Late, RC and CM and Ron, and got rid of somebody over here was gotten rid of. Eight is to grab assets on the back of conning, scamming, fibbing. Conning, scamming, fibbing, grabbing, OCs, ECEs, asset, asset, realty, Nifty, that's equity. Nifty, BSE, Bombay Stock Exchange, NSE, National Stock Exchange, biometrics, using that, biometrics. This guy has done 2020 biometrics to 11%, from RSS to ATS to the ED. What we got functioning in this country other than bursting crackers, being cheap in people's homes, playing the national anthem for cheap activities, sickening and toxifying India, built on the hard work of people like Rohika Chagla Mystery's ancestors. What is so great about you? Cheap though you are, from the slums, third generation, you're going to make the entire world a slum because you are very great at a Midas touch which depletes everything that is prosperous. Better you go to Nark and stay in a Loka that is depleted from end to end for the very end. Better people like you exit. No need for you to do so much hard work. Whatever you have put out in the world, now that bunch of you in that 40%, stop working, go home. Maybe the IG. According to my understanding, all these people were affected. The data is connected to a SATA drive, something like X, Twitter, or maybe just Bezos's company. Because we got Rufus as artificial intelligence answering questions. But if you ask artificial intelligence to answer about my home ownership, it will say no, Jaya is not an owner, Jaya is living on rent. Then why the fuck did you take 96 lakhs of mine from my account via Kotak Bank demand draft? Why did you take that money if I'm on rent? Where did my money go? Where does this asset go? If I want to sell it, what happens to me? How you can say you're a bloody whatever, Baba, you are going to hell. You have stolen, you have been cheap, you are incompetent in every way possible. Rig is to do with the Middle East. Maybe this guy has business in the Middle East. Either it's a chief minister or it is Cyrus Mistry. Shapurji Palunji. Connected with the rigs of the Middle East, maybe. Maybe it is RG and an IG. JRCM layer on snub IG gate Texas TFRF. Or maybe it is the X gate. Maybe it is AI gate connected with X and with Bezos' company and Tim Cook in some way. Do we have Bill Gates? So Bill Gates also was layered in some way, like Ron Barron is what I'm guessing, like Rohika Chagla Mistry and Cyrus Mistry. And the United Nations. He has screwed lots of people over in different ways. Point is, how are you going to deal with this, because we're all going down. I was told India, America, Russia is going to get destroyed. I'm so happy to go to the afterlife. I have no problems. Except I have been told, no, I need to hang around for a few more years. For on the back of the destruction of 3 very important nations, many people will exit and move to the afterlife. That's where you will get netted. This bullshit talk, who's going to listen to, God only knows. Sutter Drive can keep talking whatever. Who's there to listen? Don't know. You return as a cockroach or a bacteria over here. You're not carrying the tray to be called the servant. Artificial intelligence won't be able to understand that little bacteria it's seeing is the same Atma. It was insulting on the back of some very uneducated with very poor Atmic quality, very poor Atmic rewards, born 3rd generation in slums, poverty ridden, but worse than that, Atmically poverty ridden. Artificial intelligence is not going to see the new birth, new form you come in. Especially if you're hiding in shit, I don't think artificial intelligence can cut through the crap to see your ugly Atma as bacteria, parasite in pig shit, if pigs are around, or maybe just debris, or maybe just on dead bodies, rotting away on earth, and you're the parasite in it. Just don't know what form you're going to get. One kalpa is going to go that way only, with crappy echoes going on. Where are you going? Depending on how righteous or unrighteous your acts were, what your backlog of karma is, good or bad, you're going to the 15 realms. Tony Fernandez, Rocky Fernandez, Agnello Fernandez, Rosie Fernandez, a woman called Anita, who's probably the beast shape-shifting for Anu Sadrangani. Then one person who is, they've said Jaitley, SL, CM, many are for Nark Patal. You must read up what Nark Patal is, what the existence is in those realms, and what is the form you get, which is survivable, livable in those realms, as discussed. What 15 Narks, which is 15 hells, what is that? You must research on it. Okay? Just depends how you played it this life. You harassed innocent people, you lured them, you conned them, you scammed them, you grabbed their assets. Makes you the most unrighteous, shitty Atma ever. Of that sort, there is 40% around the world. All the best to you on your journey going forward. It is good riddance to really shitty rubbish. Not going to see you for now a very long time. Tony Fernandez has earned, according to whatever, even through these kind of chits when we've asked. These are yes no chits. Or this pendulum. Whenever we've asked, they've earned 40, 44 kalpas, 26 kalpas, 17 kalpas. Someone has earned 65 and 70 kalpas. The difference in the past to what it is going forward. In the past, you were allowed to come to the school of life. But imagine 40% of the world population giving with highly unrighteous activity, also playing class bully against those who keep it right and are in the school of life to progress and evolve at a spiritual level. What does a principal of a school do when there is a class bully who repeatedly fails? Ultimately, what happens to that kind of a student? They're rusticated from school. They're not considered fit for a particular kind of school. What does the child do? Maybe distance learning, maybe dropout, maybe a school which is of a lesser kind. So for that 40% who refuses to straighten its dog's tail or get rid of the leopard spots, it's very difficult. Your learning will have to be in the form awarded to you according to your earnings at the realm you earn, without coming and wasting 40% of human births here on earth. It is a huge Brahmand and there are many people in the waiting list willing to do the hard work in the appropriate manner without interfering with other people's journey. Okay? So on that note, I'm going to close this reading today. Yes, if it is to be timelined, we timeline it. Mr. Rocky, I'm not your date. I don't like cheapness in my home being spoken. Ideally, you should be shot at sight by the ATS. That is, if there is anybody worth its salt to be military or ATS. You are cheap, sick, toxic. Like the family that you come from, which worked for my ancestors, or at least those who brought me up. You are so sick and toxic that nobody should employ you even as a citizen anywhere in the world going forward. Do not ever talk cheaply at my home. It is not acceptable. Not acceptable. It is 21:05, 9 in the night, Thursday, 7th of August 2025. Okay? So we're going to shut this over here. BIL is what? Bill, or it can be a brother-in-law also. Okay?